Origin just Home UX, and this is the Fat Electrician Reviews Tankers and M1 Abrams tank. But the Fat Electrician. What does that mean, tankers and M1 Abrams? Is he going to talk about all the tanks from US Army, US military? Because he just talks about US military usually, right? So I'm guessing this is just about US military. Yeah, I don't know how I missed this one, M1 Abrams video. I'm surprised it has like lesser views than his other videos. It's like M1 Abrams is awesome, and it's Fat Electrician talking about it. So yeah, obviously he's gonna use some exaggerated shit to talk about it. Yeah, but yeah, it's not gonna be that exaggerated, is it? Because M1 Abrams is great. I've seen videos about what was that, like Sandbox or something? No, was it Sandbox? I don't know which channel was that, who talked about like the OP-ness of M1 Abrams comes from a inflated stat, because it comes from a war that US had air superiority, so tanks can be OP in that way. I don't know. All this, even on the spreadsheet, M1 Abrams is like really powerful, right? All the shit it does is really OP. And one thing I've noticed about US military is whenever they try to put something somewhere, they try to rather than big guns, right? They have big enough guns but multiple shot type of way, like how many rate of fire you can do. Basically they opt for that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, like how I'm pretty sure like M1 Abrams has multiple things, right? How F-16s had multiple iteration or something, whatever you call it, right? Upgrades. M1 Abrams also has like multiple upgrades. It's like it's up for like what, third or fourth upgrade now. So I don't know which M1 Abrams he's going to talk about. I'm guessing he's going to talk about all of them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's watch it. Remember, if you like my Rickson, don't forget to subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more. Check out the Rickson, there's a link in the description. I like Fat Electrician and all the videos like that, military style videos. I watch like Know What You Think, Task and Purpose, and channels like that. If you haven't seen those reactions, you can find it in link in the description or end card. That's the best way to check it. Yeah, let's watch it.
Today we're talking about the M1 Abrams tank, the Freebrum, and the men and women that drive them. This episode is brought to you by the Unified Global Intelligence Corporation. I fucked up their name in the last video, so they get 2. Tank operators in the Army are referred to as 19K, or 19 kilos. Marine tankers were referred to as 1812s. I say were because they just got all their tanks taken away. I have no idea why. I can only assume that Geneva found out that somebody gave a Marine a fucking tank. I mean, that's gotta be a war crime of some kind. It's like giving the fucking Kool-Aid man a bulldozer.
Okay, I don't know. Why am I being confused about like Navy and Marines? Marines are the one who can like do like beach assault and amphibious assault. They are the Marines, right? While Navy is like Navy, like water, sea warfare. And Marines are insane, I'm guessing. That's their reputation. I hear about that a lot. Marines are this, Marines are that. Somebody gave Marines a tag, what the fuck? Do Marines have that kind of like a image like, oh my god, they're batshit crazy, they'll do like insane shit? Because I didn't know that. I was like, oh, Marine, there you go. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I even confuse like Marines and Navy. I always assume like Marines fall under Navy, like Navy soldiers are called Marines or something, but apparently they're different, right? Navy Marines, isn't that the thing? I don't know. But yeah, apparently Marines can't have tanks. But based on like how they fight, where they fight, I understand why they don't need tank, or they would decide they don't need tank or something.
Seriously, could you imagine being a bad guy and shooting an RPG at one of the tank tracks? Then a bunch of pissed off fucking Marines jump out the top? It'd be like when you step on a spider and all the little babies come after you. Honey! Pack your shit, we gotta burn the house down and move! That being said, the army guys are still fucking terrifying too. Now, women can be tankers too, but I've never actually met one. So we're just gonna roll with my own personal anecdotal experience. I've met a total of 4 tankers in my entire life. All of them are fucking enormous. They are massive human beings. And for some reason, that is a stereotype with tankers. I can only assume it's all the people that wanted to go into the infantry, and their fingers were too fucking big to fit in the M4 trigger wells. So the army was just kind of like, here, drive a gun. I fucking love tankers. They are my kind of people. They like beer, and they like pizza. But they don't stack bodies. They compact them. You see, to a tanker, there's only 2 types of people. There's tankers, and there's crunchies. Yeah, they call people crunchies. I'll let you figure that one out. But that's enough about them. Let's talk about the tank.
Nah, is that real? Like they actually say that, oh, they are crunchies? Because that's like a dark humor, right? Obviously they mean like they're gonna run over them with tanks or crunchies. I'm pretty sure that's what they mean. But that's a dark shit. Do the military people do that often with like proper name? I know it's not official name, but even among them when they name something, isn't that a bit too dark? I don't know. That shit is just insane.
tank. When you combine the knowledge and experience of an American tanker with the force of the M1 Abrams tank, you have the best armored unit on the battlefield in the world. But what about the Israeli Merkava? What about the Russian Armada? Look, here's the deal. Best tank in the world goes in miles per hour, not kilometers per whatever the fuck. You see, the Abrams was made with made it to the moon first technology. But no, seriously, the Abrams tank is not the most impressive tank in the world on paper. And there's a good reason for that. It's the only tank in the world that's been battle tested for 20 years straight against guerrilla warfare fighters trying to blow it up constantly. That's 20 years of experience of finding out what works, what doesn't work, what's a win.
Okay, what does it mean by not being best on the paper? Like, I'm guessing like Armata T14 is like better on paper. I think we know that, right? To answer to that, they prototype Abrams X, but they're like, we don't need that type of way. But then again, it's like, where is T14? So that's the question mark. But if T14E is what they say and it works, yeah, it's better than, Abrams X. But then again, gun is a gun, like scenarios matter. And what did it over Israeli? What was that tank? Like, I never heard of that. Like, there's another tank from, what is that? Israeli tank or something? What did he say? Iranian or Israeli? I don't know. I got mixed up. But yeah, I need to check that out. Like, what the fuck is that? I didn't know that.
Waste of money. There is zero fat on this machine. Let me put it to you this way. Who would win in a fight? The big ripped guy on the cover of the magazine or the world heavyweight MMA champion? The guy on the magazine might look good, but it's not about looking good. It's about knowing what you're doing. You see, tanks are where you start to see the world's...
Usually the guy who's ripped on the magazine is smaller than the heavyweight champion in UFC. Because, what was that video, right? Do you remember, like, who was that? Shaw, the strongman, right? Was it Shaw? Who was that? Brian Shaw, that was the guy, right? Why am I mixing? No, that's definitely Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw went to one of the bodybuilding competition. Everybody's like babies, like, coming to his like stomach or something. Like, he's just like, yeah, giving him noogie or something. That was insane. Everybody just like flexing. They look like babies in front of him. So basically, like bodybuilders, it's, if you're taller, it's really hard to build a great body because your joints will be fucked up. So 6 foot or something is like great bodybuilding height. Anything above that is an issue. Look at Brock Lesnar, 6 foot 4 inches or 3 inches, something like that. 280 pounds, and he was a UFC heavyweight fighter. You say, like, oh, that's like one-time thing. What about Ngannou? Kind of like similar thing, right? I get it, like not every, like heavyweight division is like deprived usually because you don't come across like proper heavyweights. Basically, that's why John Jones is like the champion. Obviously, he's the best, but he's not a proper heavyweight, let's be honest. If a proper heavyweight comes like 265 in his prime, has that drive, John Jones would be fucked up, let's be honest.
Biggest defense budget in motion. And hopefully you're seeing it from the back. Because if you're seeing it from the front, you're about to find out the hard way why America doesn't have free healthcare. It's because we have to fund the world's biggest unhealthcare system. In conclusion, there is absolutely, positively, no armored unit in the world that can compete with the M1 Abrams tank combined with the American tanker's expertise. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy my content and maybe like to buy me a beer about it, there's a link for that in my bio. So until next time, thank you for your service.
Yeah, it was a Fat Electrician video, let's be honest, as it can be, right? I like it. Like, this is like one of the older video he did, 2+ years old. And the theme is same. He doesn't change, which is like good. I don't want him to change. Okay, look. Usually in my mind, whenever it comes to US technology, it's better. That's like, whole the technology thing became big with US. I get it, like a lot of things started somewhere else in Europe, a lot of technologies. But Apollo mission perfected a lot of things. That's where it peaked. All the computers, software, and tech basically got bigger and bigger in US, and all the technologies from there. That's why US is #1 economy in the world, right? Even though they're like, larger thing happening around the world, US has the monopoly because they are the one doing shit. Everybody's just like, okay, I'm gonna make, like, give me blueprint, I'm gonna make your shit. US is the one telling them to make shit. So it's not surprising again US can have better tech and, material tech, right? They can make shit better nowadays, right? Material science is growing in US, obviously everywhere else, but in US a lot. So Abrams being great is not that far-fetched, but I think something like T14 Armata, if it works, and others like it, is going to be better than M1 Abrams, only because they don't want to upgrade it. They already showed Abrams X, which is like insane, but they're like, we don't want it, which is like, okay. I guess they just realized, like, Russia's T14, like, we can't see it, and what else is there? So we don't need Abrams X right now. When we need it, we'll think about it type of way. So yeah. But yeah, until then, until like another layer of tanks that are like T14s that we might see in the future one day, until that happens, M1 Abrams is like the untouchable one, let's be honest. Alright, well, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't seen other Fat Electrician reactions that day, check out the link in the description. Check out the end cards right now, I guess. And yeah, I'll see you next time.